Hey everyone, Eneki here. This is not going to be a specific informational video like a breakdown video. It's 2:32 in the morning, so I can't talk very loud. But I figured I'm just going to have a bit of a talk about what's going on, like a update. Why I haven't been putting out specific videos and such, and I guess I'll just run through my dailies while I'm doing this. So basically, I've had a lot of personal things come up, and I've not had a lot of time to just sit down and get some of these videos that I want to get out there. I want to put out. I want to put online done. I would like to, but I really haven't had a lot of time. So I'm sorry about that. I will get around to them eventually. Although I don't know how many videos I can put out of what information. I do have some things in mind, so I do have some videos that I want to touch on and put it out there for everyone to check up on and get information out of. But there are still some questionable things of what I can cover and not cover. For example, I've been getting the question about the Guardians. So, for those of you that don't know, the Guardians and the update on April 10th had come out with the 3 legendary birds. So you go to Hero, you go to Guardian, and then it'll ask which one you want. I've already chosen who I want. I wanted to get Zapdos. So if you didn't know, you can after you've chosen, if you want to check on the others, you can hit Guardian Convert, and then you can click on the others and then read off what each of these do. So you got Zapdos, who's specifically for Assassin and Pierce Pokemon. Now, what some people aren't grasping, and I'm not gonna point out any comments or names or people who've said this, but if you've got a party DPS or a Ricochet or just anything except a Assassin or Pierce Pokemon in the first slot of your team, then having the initiative strike kind of defeats the purpose. This is basically so if someone attacks you and they don't have a Zapdos and a Assassin in the first, or a Pierce in the first slot, then you get to go first. If their Assassin or Pierce is in the second slot on their team, you'll have the initiative. You'll be able to go attack first, even though they attacked you first. So, to make it clear, let me go to my lineup here. Alright, so I got Mewtwo here. Let's say I didn't have Mewtwo here. Let's say I had Kyogre here instead. So I got the Zapdos initiative, but this is not an Assassin or Pierce. But this is the Pokemon that's supposed to attack first. That's the the order of operations is this one always attacks first. So it looks at what I have here, and then it says that's not an Assassin or a Pierce Pokemon, so it's not benefiting from the Zapdos Guardian buff here. So before the battle starts, inflict initiative +1 effect, lasting 1 round. So when the battle, before the battle starts, the Zapdos comes out, puts the initiative +1 buff out there, and then the Assassin and or Pierce Pokemon will attack first. If you're the one attacking and they have a Zapdos, then their Zapdos basically does nothing for them, because all this is doing is giving you a initiative to attack first. That's all this really is doing. It's not the best thing ever, but if you're playing on a server or with other people who have let's say Moltres or Articuno, you'll have at least a speed advantage on them, as long as you're using a strong Assassin or strong Pierce Pokemon. And then it goes on to say that once every 3 rounds, so in 3 rounds, this will go off again and give initiative. But if both of you have Zapdos, then whoever attacks first is the one who's going to go first. So it doesn't matter that they have a Zapdos, you have a Zapdos too. Now, if you don't have a Zapdos and they have a Zapdos, they're going to go first if they have an Assassin or Pierce. So that's all that is. It's just who gets to go first. So it's nice, unless you really can't do much to their team. Like, so if your Assassin's weak and just isn't helping you, then you might want to go with something else. Another one on the list is the Moltres, which is labeled as a one-hit kill, although I don't know how much damage it actually does. But before the battle starts, deal 500% damage to the opponent Pokemon with the highest attack without triggering their shield effect. and the skill will be released once every 3 turns, or 3 rounds. I can't really speak too much about these because I've yet to switch to another Guardian, just because a lot of people have Zapdos, and if I take off my Zapdos, then they're gonna get priority and they'll get to go first if they attack me, and I'd rather, or if I attack them, they'll get to go first, and I'd rather not have that. Of course, if they attack me, they're gonna get to go first, but I don't know what the Moltres damage percent is based off of, though. It says 500% damage. Deal 500% damage to the opponent Pokemon, but I don't know what that's basing it off of. Like, the opponent Pokemon with the highest attack. So it's saying it's going to do 500% damage to the highest attack Pokemon, but 500% of what damage? Like your strongest Pokemon, your overall damage? I'm not sure exactly. I don't use Moltres, or I haven't used it yet, so I don't know. So I can't really remark on these too much, and that's why I haven't put out a video on this, because it's just too new, and I haven't really had the diamonds to switch around with all of these and figure out what's, good and what's not, and upsides, downsides of these. And then you got this, the Articuno here, which is before the battle starts, inflict 25% defense decrease effect on the whole opponent team. So your opponent's whole team gets a 25% defense decrease for 1 round. So after 1 round is done, then that debuff will go away. So it just does the 25% decrease for 1 whole round. And if your Pokemon can survive 1 round, then basically this is useless. It just, well, I wouldn't say useless, but it depends on how much damage they do with a 25% debuff. But so far, I've not really ran into anyone that's used Articuno or Moltres that really gave me problems. The only problem I'm running into is because I'm running an assassin group. Tanks are kind of the counter now. So if you want to counter a assassin team, get a Steelix or a Snorlax or something. So that's that. And you can get some things to increase stats for your Guardian. And I'm not 100% sure if these carry over if you switch from this to another. Also, you can increase these. You can change it from a Zapdos to a Raikou, to Registeel, and then Uxie. Um, and then same with the others. Uh, yeah, I can't really show that, but um, I think what I'll do is I'll use another account and I'll test these other two out. But I've just been so busy. Um, my I guess I can talk about it a little bit. Um, One day, my grandmother had fallen and hurt herself pretty badly and went to the emergency room. So I had to rush up to the hospital and make sure she was okay because I heard that she was having problems breathing, and she lives in the next state. For those that don't know, I live in the United States. So, yeah, she lives in the next state to me, so it's a bit of a drive to go visit her. Um, and uh, prior to that, I I went down. I went out of my apartment to the parking lot, and I had I had seen a note attached to my car. It was a sheet of paper that had glue on one side that was glued to my window on the driver's side, and which when I went to peel it off, the glue and the some of the paper stayed on the window. It ripped off, and so I was not happy about that. But the note was saying that because my license plate was expired, that they were going to tow my car because in the lease it states that vehicles parked here at this apartment complex I'm in they have to be legal, or else you can't park here for some reason, even if you can move the vehicle. I don't know it. I find it stupid. I was a bit upset with them over that. Basically I had to move my car and leave it someplace else. So that was another thing I was dealing with. It's just been one thing after the other, and so I've not really had a lot of time for myself, let alone putting out some more videos, which I really want to do. And I feel bad about not getting the videos out, but I'm trying to do so. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get a job at Amazon, who keeps pretty much screwing me over. They tell me to come visit them and speak with them, and then only to tell me that they don't have a job, which they could have told me on the phone. So That was a waste of my time. But I mean, it everything is inconvenient and it sucks, and I'm not trying to make excuses of why I don't have more videos out. It's just really it just boils down to me and my personal life. But while I can't promise that I'll get out a video, I can promise that I'll try to get out some more informational videos. So also about Guardians, if you didn't know, here's where you can get those advanced and upgrade stones. You can get them from here. You can also get the Ichigo. Well, all the bleach stuff. So there's in Transform, you have the Zangetsu sword. You have the Ichigo skin, which is the same exact stats as Misty. So if you don't want to look like Misty, you can pick Ichigo instead. I don't know why they didn't just do Brock. I told them, like, you know, it would make sense to have, like, Ash or Brock instead of Ichigo. It's kind of odd. But I know why they're doing it, and it's because they already have this stuff out. So there's a this is already out in China. There's a Chinese version of this, and all they're doing is they're taking the Chinese version and they're translating it to English and bringing it to here. So stuff that I've been asking them to do, I mean, they could technically do it if they know what they're doing, but they're mainly just waiting for the updated coding from the Chinese version. That's all there is to it. Another thing is the Car mask, which is once again the same stats as the Pikachu, so it's just aesthetics at this point. I mean, you do get stats, but it's same thing. Or wait, do you get extra stuff? Let's see. Collect Ichigo Zangetsu. Oh, no, you get extra. Okay. I didn't even notice that down there. Well, I didn't pay much attention because I didn't actually have the money to spend on this. So, if you have Ichigo Zangetsu and the Car mask, then you get damage bonus plus 3% and damage reduction plus 3%, as well as all of this. Yeah, that's interesting. So that was in the update as well. I was gonna do a whole thing on the update on April 10th. They added rankings. Well, there was already rankings, but they added more things in ranking. Rico is spending a ridiculous amount of money. Look, he's got the full Ichigo get up, and he's got 604 million battle points. And I keep telling people he's been VIP 15 for several months now. Like, he should be well over like VIP 20 if it existed, because he keeps spending money even after hitting VIP 15, which is a lot as is. And he's level 125. He's just got everything. But yeah, there was the rankings on here that was added to it. You got all these, and all these that you can look at. Who's got the highest battle point? Ricochet, Pokemon. Who's got the highest Pierce, healer, defense, etc. And that's nice and all. And there's some people who come up to me asking me, and I understand. I get it. You want to have higher battle points. But and I'll make a, or I want to make a video on it. Battle points is not something that everyone should really focus on. It's, how can I put this? Don't worry about battle points, worry about results. You could have the crappiest battle point ranking and beat the best battle point ranking on your server. Battle points does not matter. Everyone asks me the same thing, like, how can I increase my battle points? And I get it. It looks nice. Battle points looks nice. Telling people you have so many battle points is nice. But after a while, you have to realize that battle points is just a bragging thing. Like, oh yeah, my battle points is this high. Okay. I mean, it's nice. It looks good, but it's not a judgment of how good you are. It's how can I really place it's like it's basically aesthetics. It's looks. It's appearance. It's a measure of how much resources you have. But it's not about how many resources you have, it's about how you use them. And what I have to keep reminding people is the more you spread out. So when I started, I just focused on my Groudon first and foremost. I was like, well, I did spread it out among my whole team, and this wasn't the first team I worked with, but we'll just use this team for an example. So I had it where all these Pokemon here were getting evenly distributed upgrades and mega evolves and such. And then I realized I don't have enough resources to make everyone as high of a mega evolve or as high of a upgrade as my level. So let's say you can go all the way up to +7, or I'll just use me as an example. I can go all the way up to +11. Well, +11 doesn't matter if I can't make all of these +11. If I can only make these let's say 9, like all of them can only reach +9, when I could share some of the resources, the upgrade stones, advanced upgrade orbs. Let's say my Charizard here, he's not doing as much damage. So my Super Mewtwo X here has the copies and can be upgraded further. How about I take them off, I reset the Charizard to get the upgrade orbs back, and then I give it to the Super Mewtwo, so Super Mewtwo becomes as strong as my level will allow it. So I used that tactic. I started with Groudon and then Mew before Mew had a Mega Evolve. So it was Mega Groudon and regular Mew. And then Mewtwo X. Didn't have Super Mewtwo X when I started either. So I didn't have to worry about Mega Stones with these. But they were pretty strong on their own. So I started with that. Then once I got my Groudon up to a certain point, like I got him to Mega Evolve 5, and then I moved on to another one of my Pokemon to get them Mega Evolve 5. And then after I got that one Mega Evolve 5, then I moved on to the next one and got a Mega Evolve 5. And once I had like 3 to Mega Evolve 5, then I worked on the next one to Mega Evolve 8. Because 8 is like the most reasonable. After 8, it starts getting quite pricey. Except for when it's Super Mewtwo. Super Mewtwo is the most pricey that I'm aware of. I know Snorlax is actually up there in price. But here, I'll show you. Super Mewtwo right now, he wants 7,000 just to go from Mega Evolve 9 to Mega Evolve rank 10, which is, by the way, max Mega Evolve. I can show you. Mega Evolve 10 is the max. So once you get to 10, then you keep upgrading it until you hit here, and that's just the end. So I have Charizard, Salamence, and Groudon all maxed out. So now I'm working on the others. Working on Mew right now. 2,000. That's at least better than 7,000. And I was working on upgrades with Shiny Charizard, because I know that the there's some Blastoises and Venusaurs that are doing pretty well. So I want to see my Shiny Charizard actually put out some damage as well, and get tanky. Another thing that I did to help myself get stronger is, so let's say these first 3 are the ones I want to focus on, right? These are the first 3 that I can upgrade to the max potential, and then these 3 in the back here are just dead weight to me. They're not helping me because I've put my resources in these. So I thought about it and I was like, it makes no sense to have like a gem level 10 or whatever on the other Pokemon that I'm not getting damage out of. So I took all of the gems off of the other 3 Pokemon, and I just went to Gem Combine and I fused them up and got them stronger and made the top 3 that I was focusing on, which, like I said before, was Groudon, Mew, and Mewtwo. Later on, I added in Kyogre to the group because I got to a slow point that I caught up on the rest of these and I could add him into the mix. But until then, I really needed these to be at their best potential. So that was one thing I did. So BP, battle points, don't worry about it, guys. Really, really don't worry about battle points. I mean, I've already put out a video, which I don't mean to keep bringing back up, but I put out a video stating, battle points it doesn't matter. You can win with lower battle points. Look, this person beat me. They have 50 million. I have 80 million. I don't know what they did to beat me, but I can beat them right back. See, they got the Zapdos. And if I didn't have a Zapdos, they'd go first. So weird. Because it's like, I beat them so easily. I wish there was a log where I can view what they did to win against me. Anyway, so yeah, battle points. Guys, please do not worry about battle points. I'm not saying don't worry about resources, but don't worry about battle points. Then Freddy 90 here. He's got 118. He's using Moltres. Actually, he's got a Steelix, so that might be rough on me. As I mentioned before, Steelix or tanks are, if they're strong enough, they can counter assassins just because I can't get past them. And like that. So Freddy 90 here, 118 million BP, higher level than me as well, because like I've mentioned before, I don't play this game like I used to, not as hardcore as I did in the beginning. Because the game did kind of get stale after a while. I've been playing since the game came out, which was September. Started on server 3, which was new when I joined. So yeah, let's see here. 139. And then I can't see what that person is. Let's see. Popo? Alright, let's speed this up. There's a trick to speeding things up. Refresh. So you start a battle. You hit refresh if you don't have the skip option. And look at that. You challenged Popo and successfully won. Okay, so he's got 62 million. Serena has been doing pretty good, though. I don't know. It's a hit or miss if I can beat her, because she has a Snorlax. So let's hit refresh, just because the battles can sometimes take long, and this video's already gone on longer than I anticipated. Nope, I lost her. Okay, I took back second place. See if I can get a win. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because she built up her Snorlax. Oh wait, maybe it's not as built as I thought it was. She did build up her Snorlax. How is it not dead? No, seriously, how is it not dead? It's showing no life. That can't be right. What? Let's try this again. See if it... Challenge, Serena, and failed. Again. Huh. Weird. Earlier, she asked me to duel her, and I did, and I won. That got knocked off the list. It was in a log here, so I don't know. She's level 108, but she's been purchasing some decent resources, so there's that. Alright, let's get some of these others done. Sky Tower done. Alright. What else we got here? And not much else. But yeah, I really want to get some more videos out there of specific stuff. I feel bad for not getting more content out, but I've been super focused on personal life, so I'm really sorry for the slow content, but I will try and get something set up and uploaded online as soon as possible. But until then, feel free to ask me questions. I've been answering on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll try and answer to the best of my knowledge. There's not much I can say about Guardians because I haven't had a chance to sit down and really go over that. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.